Welcome to Mainland Cycle Center's new vehicle department. We're going to look at a 2011 Kawasaki Mule 4010 Trans. This is in the blue and silver special edition. It's actually a painted finish. It's got black with silver and blue graphics on the bed. The silver roll bars, silver wheels. This is a Trans, so it has the dual bench seats. Crew cab, some people call it. Okay. Alright. There's your dual bench seats. Let's take a look at the dash. This has got dual glove boxes, so there's a glove box here, and then there's one right over there on the other side. Got a 12-volt power outlet there. Ignition switch there. You know, these are fuel injected. It has a 620cc V-twin fuel injected water cooled motor, and the fuel injection is nice because there's no choke. All you do is turn the key, crank it up. Starts right up, idles good. Shifts in and out of gear real smooth. If you've maybe had a chance to use some of the older mules like the 3010s that were carbureted, honestly some of those just didn't idle real well. They would grind the gear, shifting out of gear, in and out of gear. But with the fuel injection, Kawasaki is really taking care of that, and these just run so nice and so good. It's really some of the best mules we've ever made. This is selectable 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and you just grab that, flip it down, that'll put you in 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. We don't recommend that you run it in 4-wheel drive unless you need the 4-wheel drive. I mean, if you've got good traction, you don't need 4-wheel drive. Got an hour meter right there. This unit just came out of the crate. You got some more dash lights. You've got oil pressure warning light, temperature warning light, parking brake warning light, digital fuel injection, and then a power steering light. These do have a horn there. Got a headlight switch here, and then right in here is the differential lock and unlock, and what that does, that controls the rear differential. So with it unlocked, the rear end is unlocked, and it's basically a one-wheel drive in the back. And if you were using it, say, on grass or on hard surface, on the grass you won't tear up the grass as much. On the hard surface you'll be a little easier on the tires. But you can lock that in, and with that locked in, you've got both rear wheels, full power, no slippage, and you can run it locked all the time. It won't hurt the mule at all. But if you're on hard surface, you could wear out the tires a little faster. So usually we'll leave those unlocked unless we need to lock them. So the sequence would be, if it's unlocked and you get off-road and it's a little muddy, you might want to lock it in. If you need a little more traction, then we go over here and put it in 4-wheel drive. Alright. These have a hood in the front that opens. You pull this and pick up here, and that opens the front hood, and there's storage there. Nice big storage compartment. Got drink holders. There's one here, and then there's one right over on the other side right there. These do have power steering, so just steer real easily. We're sitting here not moving, and I can just turn the wheel with just palming it very easily. And all right, turn that off. We mentioned this has the dual bench seats. It's Trans. The Trans means it'll transform from having dual bench seats with a short bed to having a single bench seat with a long bed. And fold down the back, fold this seat up. These panels, little bed sides, pull out there. If you fold the other one out on that side, and then you pick up this piece right here, out of here. It's got a little latch right in here. Undo that latch, and then pick this up and move it forward. You can see this hole here. You stab into that hole, and then you'd have a long bed with a single bench seat. One of the neat things about the way Kawasaki does this is this mule is basically this dimension, this seat, longer than our regular mule. So it's about 10 inches or so longer than our standard single bench seat mule, which keeps the wheelbase short, as opposed to some of our competitors' crew cab models that have a longer wheelbase. which affects you going over terrain, off-road, and things like that. So Kawasaki has managed to get a crew cab model Mule without having a real long wheelbase. Once this seat's folded up, then you can tilt your bed there, and there's our motor. It's a 620cc V-twin, like I said, fuel injected, very durable, reliable motor. They are very high compression, low RPM motors, so lots of power and lots of torque. One of the cool things about the Mules is that right up here on this roll bar, on this cage, this is the air intake. So the air is sucked in here, and there's one on the other side right there. That one's for the engine, but this side is for the torque converter. Comes down, you can see this hose off. There's a filter here, and that filter goes into the torque converter, and then there's an exhaust for the torque converter there. So we filter air through this torque converter to keep it cool, but we filter the air we circulate through there, and we intake that air up high so that it gets a cleaner air, less dust up high. And then the same thing on the engine side. There's a hose connected to the pipe, and it intakes right up there, so it gets a cleaner air for the motor. All right, okay. Got a tailgate on the back. It opens in there, just like that. Nice steel diamond plate bed with an easy open tailgate. Also, some of the other Mules, they had a little different latching system, and they tended to rattle sometimes. These have got little rubber dampeners in there. There's no more rattling on those beds, which is nice. There's a receiver hitch on the back. You just plug your drawbar in there. I think that's a little smaller size, the 1 1/8. These are rated at 1,200 pounds towing capacity. So you can see your suspension and the muffler there. This is a semi-independent rear suspension, which means that axle can move like this as well as just up and down. So semi-independent rear suspension. These are rated at 800 pounds in the bed in the long bed mode. In the short bed mode, they rate them at 400 pounds because they're assuming that you probably have a couple hundred pounds of passengers. Okay, 23-inch tall tires all the way around. Got a little bumper on the front here. There are heavy-duty brush guards that you can get. We have tops and windshields. You can install a winch under the front of there. Got your headlights there. Just lots of things you can do with these. With bed rails and windshields and tops and radios and lift kits and bigger wheels and tires, and can really dress them up nice. This is a Mule 4010 trans, fuel injected with power steering in the blue and silver special edition color. We are Mainland Cycle Center. We are located in LaMarque, Texas, about 30 minutes south of downtown Houston. Our website is mainlandcyclecenter.com. Our phone number is 409-948-4969. My name is Albert. You can speak with Albert or Jerry. It'd be our pleasure to help you. Give us a call, shoot us an email, come by and take a demo ride on one. We'd love to meet you. Thanks for watching.